You know, I'm jealous of each and every one of you because pretty soon, if you're not already, you're going to be on Christmas break and you're going to be relaxing, you're going to have fun, you're going to go out to parties, you're going to hang out with friends and family coming in from all different states and cities, and you're all going to have fun delving into the Christmas joy and the Christmas activities all across your given areas. And you know what? I'm proud of each and every one of you. Unfortunately for me, I'll still be here because the job of the doctor, professor, philanthropist, gynecologist, veterinarian, cafeteria lady with the big double D titties that serves you that slop on Mondays, professional dog walker, Burger King, onion ring connoisseur, McDonald's protester, dildo expertise, clit finder, San Francisco 49er cheerleader, die-hard Saints hater, die-hard Denver Broncos fan, and the first black transphobic wizard in the Hogwarts universe, according to Twitter, never takes a break in teaching the minds on how to not be stupid on social media. And today's class, it's understanding that everybody is not the same. You don't think like how the next person thinks. You will look at something and think one way, and they will think an absolutely different way. And in that vast confusion of understanding, it is important to recognize it don't matter. It's just how people grow up. It's their experiences. It's what they've gone through, and it's how they've gone and formed their own opinions about the world. You could view it as wrong. You could view it as right. You could view it as a conspiracy theory. You could start bitching about Egyptian planes all over the world. But everybody's thinking differently. And the first step in understanding is to recognize that, because if you don't recognize that, there may come a day when you're wrapped up in all the political fanfare that happens or is said by one specific individual who just so happens to be assassinated in broad daylight in front of a bunch of people. And you might fall into the trap of saying that's what you get for being an evil, bigoted, racist so-and-so with the so-and-sos. And you know, it might compel you to stand firm in your belief that this is justice for all these evil people in the world and all the hate that they spew. And yeah, that's great for them that they died. And then you're going to realize that there are people on this earth that support that guy that you're calling racist and evil and all these things. And you have a choice when you interact with them for the first time. You could either say, hey, that's them, that's not me, not going to engage with it because it's not of my time. Or...
Why?
They let you wear that shirt here?
Yes. Why?
So,
Why are you taking my picture?
why are you wearing that shirt? You're working. It's not
It's
a
a
Target
red
shirt.
shirt. I can wear any red shirt.
It's not a plain shirt.
It doesn't have to be
It's a Charlie Kirk shirt.
Yes. Yes, I know.
Are you fucking stupid?
No.
Why the fuck would you wear that? You're at work at Target. That's not a Target shirt. It's not a plain red shirt.
We
You
don't-
support a racist.
It's not racist.
You support a racist.
He's not a racist.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he fucking is.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stand here and argue with you.
You're not. You should go
over
get
it.
your manager. You should not be allowed to wear that at work. Unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable.
That's your opinion.
No,
ma'am.
the opinion is he's a fucking racist and you support him.
That's your opinion, ma'am. Have
And
a
you
nice
shouldn't.
day.
You should not be allowed to wear that. This
Have a
is going
nice-
to be taken above your fucking head. That's insane.
Have a
Insane.
nice day.
In fucking insane. Piece of shit.
Now, I thought to myself for a long while about why you even bother recording this, and I just come to the realization that people are expecting things to go viral in order to get somebody fired. And with the Cinnabon lady from last week, maybe that was the expectation from this woman. What she couldn't have expected is that going viral and it completely backfiring on her, because currently the woman who recorded that video in the hopes of probably shaming somebody for wearing a shirt which they're qualified to wear because it's red, and I believe Target has that policy of, hey, you come in here, you wear a red shirt, and making sure that, you know, you're a nice, upstanding Target employee. And you now have people who found where this woman works and is trying to get her fired for harassing employees.
I had to cut the video short. I was getting way too pissed. This white liberal woman, and again, white liberal women, who needs to just shut the fuck up. She works at... I wonder how she would feel if people went and harassed her, or maybe called her employer for harassment, right? Lady lives up in... She is a activist, you know, has a little small following on TikTok, but she thinks it's okay to publish videos like this, harassing old women at work. This lady is in her golden fucking years, and you're sitting there harassing her for her clothing choice. Fuck you. How dare you? She wanted to talk to the old lady's manager, so let's go ahead and talk to her manager at this point. Fuck this lady. She has to see you next Tuesday, since I'm putting this on TikTok as well.
Okay, so I was just watching that video of the one lady. I think her handle is Mother of Ballers, and she thought it was a good idea to harass and cuss at an elderly woman who was working at Target. Why? Oh, because she was wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt. Yeah. Imagine that was your grandma and some psychopath came up and started cussing at her. And imagine your grandma's working and, exercising her freedom of speech. And yeah, you, I guess, were too. Someone can make that argument. But when did it become acceptable to literally harass and use profanity at the elderly just because you don't like their shirt? And the best day of my life would be if someone wanted to say that to me. That I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 10 years. I'm a brown belt. I would love it. I would love that if that woman came up to me and started saying that. No. Instead, you harass an elderly woman. So, Jim, go talk like that to a wrestler. Go try to spar someone, not your grandma.
Michaela Ponce, you think you really did something, don't you? Attacking an older woman while she's trying to do her job in Target. What you did? Disgusting behavior. Childish. That woman was just there to do her job, and you got pissed because she wasn't responding the way you thought she would. You notice how your little voice changed. She didn't get to your level. You started throwing around the F-bombs, started cussing at that lady who was just doing her job. It's because you needed a little bit of dopamine hit to make yourself feel better. And the only thing you did was get this whole community, this whole internet community after you. You had to run and go private because you're trying to harass and bully someone who's just doing their job. That is not for you to say, oh, you can't wear that shirt in here. That's between her and her employer, not you. I really hope that people gather up, get this woman a GoFundMe page to retire so she does not have to deal with people like you. You just wanted to make yourself feel good because you are unhappy.
And you know what? At some point, it has to be understood that in your mind, you have this great idea because you think it's a great idea, but you should probably ask a couple people if this is good. You see somebody in Target wearing a shirt that offends you, you should probably ask somebody, hey, should I press them about this? And chances are they're going to say no. Why? Because they're going to look at that person you're trying to harass and say, it's a fucking shirt, move the fuck on. I get it. There are going to be people who hate Charlie Kirk because you hated his rhetoric, you hated what he said, you thought he divided people, all the woodwork. Perfectly fine and understandable. But when you're trying that hard to make people capitulate to an idea that this guy is evil to the point where you're harassing them while they're working, it's not going to go the way you think. It's going to inspire more people to be on Charlie Kirk's side, buy his merch, do this, do that in support. Primarily maybe because they support Charlie Kirk, or they see you and they say, fuck you, we're going to do something to piss you off. And now you've had to private your social media account because you were bold in blasting somebody else's business out there. Now, when everybody's on your ass, you want to hide. And now you're going to have to deal with the groundswell of a bunch of people on your ass because you decided you thought you were the big dog in, I guess, maybe helping somebody out by shaming somebody for wearing a shirt. And it's ultimately failed, and now you probably maybe might lose your job, or you're going to have to deal with a bunch of people on your ass because you openly decided to harass somebody and thinking that that was the smartest thing to do. We live in a time where people can't seem to accept that there are other human beings on this earth who think differently. And my children, my students, I want you to understand something. If you are not willing to communicate properly and listen to differing opinions, don't even bother with it. Don't set set yourself up for a gotcha or a moment where you think you're superior, but you look like a dumbass. It's not that important. And in the end of the day, you're both going to go home and you're both going to go to sleep and you're both going to wake up the next day thinking the exact same things you thought before any potential interactions online or in real life. But if there's one thing I think we can all agree on, and it's that any of you who think about an idea around looking at children as grown adults and thinking, ooh, face the fucking wall. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Mwah! Goodbye.